I fix my eyes on Christ. I fix my eyes on Christ.
Hello and welcome to Colton's Reviews, the show where I review Bibles, theology-related things, and other fun things I'm interested in. And today we have yet another Bible for you to take a look at. So this one is it's one of a string of purchases I made in the New King James Version. Not a string, I only mean really two. I bought the wide margin around the same time that I bought this one, because I plan on using the New King James a bit more personally and reading through it. So I went ahead and grabbed, along with the wide margin, this guy, which is the New King James Large Print Reference, also known as the Maclaren series. This Bible is named after, as it shows kind of on here, named after a Victorian-era preacher, Alexander Maclaren. It really has nothing to do with him other than just a fun namesake in honor of sort of thing. It's not a study Bible, not anything like that. It is just a text Bible, and really it's made to be more of a preaching Bible. So you can see some of the features here. Got the cross references. It's a verse-by-verse layout, 2-color typesetting, and it is line matched, which is great. And like the wide margin, it is a 10.5 font in the comfort print. So it is just beautiful to look at and behold. This is the Black Leathersoft edition that I have here. It retails for around $50. Now, I did not pay that for this. I got it for a fair amount cheaper with a coupon at Mardel, which is a local Christian bookstore. But even for $50, I think this Bible is worth it. I think this is an incredible Bible for the money. So let's take a look at it. All right away you see we have the Black Leathersoft cover, and much like the brown wide margin New King James that I looked at, the fake leather is very nice, very convincing to some extent. Now, this one may be a little less so than the brown to me for some reason, just something about the feel, but it still feels very soft, and you see that grain pattern that they've put on there. Just, it's beautiful, and it feels nice in the hand. Also has stitching around the outside. Let's flip it this way and look at the spine, and you'll see something really cool. This does have raised spine hubs, which you can kind of see better from that angle. And I'm really liking that they're starting to incorporate that into the faux leather editions. Crossway's done it a couple of times, and Thomas Nelson is definitely doing it. It's a classy look. I think most people tend to look at raised hubs and think, man, I just like that. So why not do it? Also, we get some really beautiful, ornate design type stuff on this one. Just really sharp looking. And again, like I said about the brown, even though this has a lot of design and stuff, the lettering on it, I love the minimalism. So it's not minimalistic in its design, but in its lettering. So it just says Holy Bible, New King James, and the Thomas Nelson logo. That's it. I like that. So you don't have a ton of lettering down each little section. Beautiful looking spine. The ribbons, much like the wide margin, are very nice double-sided ribbons. They feel wonderful. One black, one gold. They are not as long as the ones in the wide margin, but that's okay with me. I actually don't like super long ribbons, and these are actually about the perfect size. So let's flip open to the front page here, and you can see we have a paste down liner, and it's just kind of a smoky gray type color, which is fine by me. Really simple, but gets the job done. Then we have your presentation page. It even says Maclaren series on the presentation page. And here you kind of get a hint that they are marketing this as a preaching Bible, because the passage they have here, Romans 10:15, is about those who preach the gospel. So there's that. All right, the page, New King James. Table of contents, you can see it's printed in China. Of course, we have the very stable New King James text that hasn't been updated or touched in quite some time, which is a good thing in my opinion. A little help for abbreviations and things like that in the preface. These are always good to read. And then we get into the text. So we have a little Old Testament marker that you can see back here. I'll flip it over so you can see what it looks like just for fun. Come on now. There we go. Boom. Really beautiful, and you can see the color scheme right away. We have this bluish color that's going to be the two-tone color of choice. Look at that. What a beautiful layout that is. I'm not sure what I would call that blue. It's just really nice. It's not like a royal blue or anything like that. It's got a little more green tones to it, but it's not like a teal. It may be close to teal, but it's not quite that green. Just a really nice blue color. And you can see verse by verse layout with this very large font. References on the bottom, which the New King James has an awesome reference suite. Verse by verse format. So just a great overall format. I can see how this Bible would make an excellent preaching Bible because it's readable. The verses are big, and on the outside of the text, they're verse by verse. It's easy to find your place. Just lovely layout. What's not to like, right? Now you can see there is, even though it is verse by verse, the poetry section does show you. There's Job, there's a little hint. Let's go to the Psalms. It is broken up a bit differently, and it looks nice. It's pretty cool in the poetry section there. They have some, indentions and things like that to make it look pretty in that poetic setting. And then, as we get into the New Testament, there's a New Testament marker. You'll notice that it is also black letter text. Not that any words of Christ would be on that particular page, but black letter text. So, you may wish it was red letter. I've come to find that when I'm preaching, for some reason I prefer the black letter. I've already studied the passage quite well at that point, and I know who's saying what, or at least I should. I like red letters just as much as anybody who prefers them, but for preaching Bibles, my main preaching Bible is also black letters, so I think it looks nice, and I really think that the accents of the color just make it pleasing to look at in general. So that's the New Testament, the epistles. Something really cool that they do, and I'm thankful that they do, is give us some line paper in the back. There's no concordance, which I'm fine with. Here's my one complaint, I guess, about the line paper, because I'm a big fan of having this line paper. But man, there's only, 4 sheets here? I mean, guys, come on. Give me a bulk of line paper. I need more than that. Great idea. I'm a big fan of the line paper, but that's just not really enough to last very long. So if I could make one change, it would be maybe to include 50 to 100 pages of line paper. I know that would make the Bible thicker, but, I also much more functional for preaching to have your personal stuff in the back here. So anyway, just my one thing I would change. Then we got the maps. Nothing new necessarily in the maps. Same as kind of what's rolled out in the wide margin that I've already reviewed. And then the back. And yes, my least favorite thing. I'm going to keep bringing it up. Not that anyone is listening to me from these big publishing companies with my tiny little YouTube channel, but I'm going to keep bringing up the fact that this just shouldn't be here. I mean, come on, guys. Put it inside. Put it somewhere else. Don't put it here. It takes an otherwise elegant look, which this Bible is. It's elegant. It's pretty. I like it's beautiful in its design. And then it's like putting a sticker on it. I mean, gosh, I just don't get that. So anyway, other than that, man, this Bible is excellent. I don't have any complaints that are major about it at all. For the purpose, for what it's designed for, I think this is an excellent Bible. I highly recommend taking a look at it if you're looking for a preaching Bible in the New King James. They make this in some other colors, like a brown leather soft that's actually like two-tone, like a sewn kind of piece right here. And then they also have it in the Premier Collection in like the goat skin and stuff like that. So if that's your thing, go for that. I bought this more as just something to kind of dive into, check out with the New King James. But, I really like what I see so far. I'm very impressed. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me and checking out the New King James Maclaren. I'll catch you in the next video.